Oh, listening to good music, but I can't play it on this show because I'll get fucking demonetized. Not that I'm monetized, so whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, birds in the sky, fish in the sea, amoeba in microscopes being studied, try and solve cures to or make things better. Hey, yeah, my name is Brian. This is the KotoKai Workbench 183. I'm a solo dolo right now. It's been a long week, and I have had a couple of drinks tonight, but here we are on another Thursday. We made it through another week. Take a deep breath, drink a glass of water, or whatever the fuck you want, and sit back and enjoy the ride as we talk a little bit about model making and have a good discussion. Ah, I've been working my tail off, and it is incredibly rewarding. Um, it is. I'm not young, so it does definitely wear on me. But at the same time, I'm having a good experience with it and working towards a better future for all the things that I'm doing. So that's good, and that's kind of the goal, I think. Right? Even if you got to work your ass off for a long time, making very little to try and make something better in the end, then it's worth it. It's the journey and the friends we make along the way, like you guys out there. Speaking of which, Michael Valdez, what's up on the other side of the planet? Good morning to you, sir. It is good to see you there in the chat. Uh, it has been a very unproductive week for me in regards to model making. Um, the only real different progress that I've made to start off with, and you know what, we'll wait for a second. It's only a couple minutes, and I know that when I do go live, the notifications don't always ping right away. So we're just gonna kind of hang out for a second. Maybe I'll pick a tune to put on in the background so it's not so deafening in between the chat sounds. Hold up. Hello? Mehdi, what's up, Manny? Manny, how you doing? Are you at work or are you around, man? Uh Good to see you as always. And always good to see anyone out there that I don't see regularly that watches my videos regularly. Thank you for watching in the the vlogs, the afterward, the VODs. I don't know what the fuck they're called, but like, yeah. And oh, Dave B, what's up, man? Oh shit. Yeah, man, things are good. Busy but good. Dave B, it's good to see him. He is crazy creator. If you guys don't know, if you haven't like watched these shows, or if you're not, if this is like a new stream, algorithm popped it up or whatever, go check out Dave B's work. Drawing a blank as to what your handle is, but he does some cool 3D printing stuff. He's making some casts of some things, some different things, elements to work with our Gundam robot models and other related scaled models. It's cool stuff. Bods, thank you, Manny. Appreciate you, brother. It has been a long week. No lie there. It's just a little too loud. A little too loud. There we go. It's a little better. Don't know what's up with Paul. Don't know what's up with anyone else, but that's okay. I do see a crazy reflection on my glasses, and it's giving me a hard time. I got to get my contacts prescription re-upped. I haven't been to the eye doctor in a while, but I still see good. So, but yeah, I should do that. Use my insurance. I'm paying for it for a reason, right? So, yeah, need to go and get some things sorted. Just the nature of the beast. Pickle beast. Oh, Manny's at work. Right on. Manny's making sure that the trains are on time. That's what he does, I swear. Cool things coming up. Original Micro Contest is almost 10 days away from the start. I've been kind of worried about it. I'm participating this year, and worried in a good way though. It's like it's a positive thing. I'm gonna compete this year, and I am going up against the best of the best. Like these are the guys that I always wanted to like throw down and have a good time with. And it's not like so it's a contest or whatever, a competition, but at the same time, it's not to me. And it's not like trying to be altruistic or weird, but at the same time, maybe it is. Because like I really respect the all the guys that participate, all the gals too. Sorry, not trying to gender or discriminate. But everybody that participates, this has been like so righteous. So I started in this contest or into that group of people like way at the beginning, and I've been kind of like along the ride the whole time. Now that I'm doing work with Jonathan to host, and with the other admins to try and sort that all out, it's even more rewarding, and every year it just seems to get a little bit better. So if you haven't checked that out yet, go check out the Facebook page. It runs from February 1st to October 31st. It is kind of a free-for-all mecha build. All the description, all the stuff in the description, there's a website too. I don't know if I have a Chiron for it or a ticker for it. Hang on. But it's coming up, and hopefully we'll be doing a live stream to talk about it if that comes around. Then y'all can. Oh, here we go. I do. So that's the website. You can go and check out if you're interested in checking out the original mecha contest, what it's all about. It gives like all of the outlines. Jonathan did a lot of work updating it and like kind of sprucing it up between last year and this year. I haven't personally participated in it since 2020. Yeah, 2020. And so 2024, it's going to be interesting. The game has changed quite a bit in all the right ways, in my opinion. The competition is just so broad and deep. It is like the vastness of the ocean or of the the vastness of space. What's up, Chris Collins? But yeah, so original mecha contest is coming up here real soon. We're gonna hopefully be doing, like I said, a live stream and get that going. I'll probably be talking about that here and there, as I always talk about the various things I'm working on. Speaking of which, here we go. What I did recently in regards to Mecha World, I don't think I did. I've talked about this last time. I changed the orientation of the shoulders on my custom, whatever this is. I don't know. It just like started from one of Zach's build offs where it was UC versus random, like AU, I guess, alternate universe. And I took a gym and I mashed it with some stuff from the IBO world, which is some of my resin stuff. We talked about this in the past. And then, yeah, so recently I changed the shoulders, these old Sazabi shoulders. These are from the Sazabi from, 2000, I think it was. Very old. And I just rotated them. Did a little bit of like brain work and figured out how the best way to put these on so that they still do weird movements. Not that they would ever need to do that, but they can, and it gives like a different sort of proportion to it. So this is where this is kind of chilling, and I'm just marinating, figuring out in my head kind of where I want to move towards. I think I'm probably going to do some epoxy or apoxy sculpt on the legs, try and build some of that out. It's really, really blown out right now because the key light is really bright. 1 second. There we go. Oh, still really blown out. But yeah, so you can kind of see it there. So I'll do some putty work in on these components here on parts of the calves to round them out a little bit more, kind of fill them in, make them a little bit more smooth and regular. I'm gonna try and mirror them on all sides. So that'll be a little bit of a challenge, but that's kind of cool, and I enjoy it. I look forward to it. Hopefully I can do a really good job. And if I don't, then I'll just keep working at it until it's right. It's going to be interesting to continue to work on. I don't know when it's going to be done, and I'm okay with that, which is weird because normally I just like go crazy, and now just kind of chilling. What's this, man? He says, I would love to do OMC this year, but honestly, I don't know where to start. No, it's true. Yeah. You know where the first place to start is to join the Facebook group and start talking to people, because there's always amazing conversations going on the Facebook group and in the Discord. And yeah, it's really inspiring. another good group of modelers to hang out with. So you guys go join the groups and start talking. Yeah, brainstorm, storm the brains. Um, I for this I know that I'm gonna have to do, because this is just like, this isn't related to anything. OMC wholly different. This is just a thing that was before, but never made it to the deadline and is now gonna be something else. I don't know yet. I need to do some shit with these skirts because it's the OG P Bandai Gym Sniper Space Command, or Gym Space Command, not Sniper. But yeah, so I got to do something with these skirts and these thighs. They're a little skinny, they're a little anemic, right? So that's a little something I got to think about. And Manny pointed out in the chat, one of the personal chats, that I got to do something about resolving this element here, biceps. It's 100% correct. I haven't gotten there yet. That's okay. So I will. It's all right. I've done no work on the truck. It's like I'm at that point where, okay, take it back. I've thought about it. So I have worked on it, but it's not like I'm laying down, sanding off, spraydy, doodle-doo. But I've been thinking about the interior. I've come to some conclusions for the colors that I want to use to kind of like complement the work that I'm doing with the body. And really, it's like the decals are finicky, and I think I've showed them before. I'll show them again here really quick. So this is wood. I don't know about these wood panels. They're supposed to go in the bed of the truck. I don't know if I'm going to use those. But anyways, so like all these guys, like these go around the wheel wells. This is on the hood. These two, like this guy, this one over here. Those two go on the hood. These ones go on like the side walls, the short side, the step side here. These ones go on the front side. Oh, and yeah, just little other things aren't so bad, but like they're like long and noodly decals. So I gotta really be like ready to want to do this before I go there. You don't want to just run into a project like that with some like spindly ass fucking long decals that are like really specific, because I'm gonna have to have the calipers out and to make sure that all the adjustments are right, that everything's spaced properly, and it's just like, gonna be a whole headache if I just try to like, if I was like now, you know, a couple of drinks in, we're just gonna be like, I'm gonna go fucking decal. Oh, fuck that up. No way, man, no way. It's gonna be like, I gotta be ready in the morning. I know it's gonna happen. It'll strike me one day. I'll wake up on a weekend. I'll have time. I'll be like, get a cup of coffee, maybe have a couple eggs, and just sit down and be like, all right, let's do these decals. And I will. Let's see. Manny says, I think since you're using the shoulders of that size, why not modify the biceps from the size to your liking? I suppose I am using IBO parts in conjunction with the GM parts for the arms. I could maybe work some kind of shrouding out for that. But it would most likely, it would impede what I have going on right now that gives me the arm mobility, like because it's like so I have the gym shoulder like normal here like this, and then there's like a mating between the post out on the gym shoulder and the post in on the Vidar shoulder. So it's shoulder. So I have the Vidar shoulder is right here. And there's like a post connection between the two of them where I did a little docking procedure, and I drilled into one of them, and they sleeve together perfectly. But there's no rotational value in that at all. Should be said. All of that is actually here below the quote unquote the bicep part, which is the Vidar shoulder, which leads into the elbow, which is the Vidar bicep. And then below the Vidar bicep is the Gusian elbow. And then that is where the Gusian forearm is. So it's got multiple joints in it. So I really kind of like need to sort out how I want to address that. And make it so that it's, you know, it's cohesive, that it's workable, that it's paintable. And I really don't even know exactly where I'm going to go with these arms, because I might do the like crazy gigantic gorilla arm kind of thing to it too. So I don't really know, but I respect the concern. I appreciate the concern, and it's always good to talk about these things, even if they don't get done. Like if I'm just here rapping with y'all, hanging out on the live stream and talking about these ideas, like that might hopefully inspire somebody else to try to do something and have some fun, and just play around. Be like, oh shit, maybe I can cut my kit up and do a thing like that, or like, okay, so maybe not this kit, but like I'll get a couple of high grades that are smaller that I can manipulate a little bit better, like a little less parts, something to try to get the feel for it before you go ahead and deep end it. Julia Dembski, what's up? You did. You made an inch of me. So me. Oh, Brian. Oh yeah. Once again, I'm gonna plug it. I'll plug this, like try and plug it every 10 minutes. Original Mecha Contest starts in T-minus 12 days and 12 days and for me, 2.5 hours. So think about it. Think about doing original Mecha Contest. We have so many kick-ass sponsors this year that I can't talk about yet. Oh my god, guys, it's gonna be good. Can't wait for this live stream. Delicious. Let's see. Oh yeah, another thing that's coming up, because we're here hanging out talking about shit, is it's in progress right now. It is Zaku Aurelius and USA Gundam stores. Nachin and hello, darling. Nachin and what the fuck is the other guy? I can't remember. Have a sit. You have a little chip. It's Luna. Here, we'll give a little bit of cat cam. There you go. It's Luna. She's my tortitude. She's fantastic. Got her earlier this year, didn't we, darling? Yes, no one liked you because they just didn't understand. You're sassy. Just don't get it. But it's a Kotobukiya Zax contest to sit back into that Zax contest, and it's not these guys. This is the 1 to 100, the teeny tiny. It's like a walnut. This thing, the Nachin Tank contest, and something else too. Dang it! I wish I knew what it was offhand. Yeah, so that's coming up. It is a longer or a somewhat longer contest for Zach and USA Gundam Store. Because it runs until March 31st. It's all over Zach's channel. You can find all the cool stuff about it. But so I built my little 100 scale guy. Yeah, you want to call it build. It's like 8 parts or something like that. But it was just like an idle thing. I was watching something. Was that Thunderbolt? I think I was watching Thunderbolt. I dug all my anime out. We talked about that last time. Love it. And I've been watching it. It's been very, very good for my soul. But yeah, so I've been trying to brainstorm my ideas for my Nachin Tank build that I'm going to do. But I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm looking forward to having a good time with it, being chill. And I'm not trying to win anything, because that's not what it's about. But I do look forward to trying to have fun and be inspiring and make something creative. Maybe something a little bit off the cuff. Hold up, what do we say? Chris Collins says, speaking of gorilla arm suits, I want the Hasegawa 1 to 72nd Quaidlun Rao from Macross. I am unfamiliar with this, but it sounds cool. I will tell you this much. Last night, I pulled this one out. It's the serialized one. So it's got the whole volumes 1 and 2, so it's longer form. Check that out. And I love this show so much. I've been thinking about building an aeroplane or an aircraft, and I have a couple of cool Macross Valkyries that I got from Mikey Wine several years ago. Been thinking about it. We'll see. A little bit of a disappointment. I could not watch my fucking Twilight Access because it is the Japanese version. I can watch it on a regular ass DVD player, but I can't watch it in my Xbox Series X because it doesn't format right. So that means that I should get my PlayStation 4 put together and put a new hard drive in it like I need to, and then just reformat it and it'll be fine. But I can't. I want to see this again. I miss it. I did watch. I just have it all right here. I did just watch through all of Thunderbolt. Yeah, fantastic. Love that stuff. 100%. That stuff's so good. Yeah, so here we are on a Thursday. I have nothing planned. So we're just here bullshitting. Let's see. That was Mariah's Max's girlfriend's mobile suit. Wait, who? What? Oh, he's talking about From Across. Ah, I love it. I love this. It took me a second to catch up because, like, I'm supposed to know what's going on. I am actually. All right, Looney, you bouncing? No, you good? Okay. He's over here balancing on one knee. Snake tail. Funky cat. Oh, see, he's like, post a link in the chat because he can, but I can't, or in the Instagram chat, but I can't do that. So I gotta look it up on my own here. 1 to 72nd. Hasigawa. All right, to the Google machine. Ga, 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 ga. Let's see what it comes up with. Oh, well, this is interesting. The movie version. Ooh, this is the Funky Monkey, my friend. Wow. New Kit 2 dropped last week. Interesting. Let us show everyone. Can I get to it? Boom. Oh, it's 50%. Get out of my screen. Look at this thing. So nice. Waiting for the load. It's a very well put together model for showcase. Also, the sheen is fantastic. I don't know if it's just the raw plastic or if somebody painted on top of it. It kind of looks like raw plastic. We got some gimmicks. We got a cockpit. Fantastic. Feel that little detail you can doodle with in there. It's a lot of fun. I mean, I'm no Chris Pab's resin news, but that's pretty sweet. Ooh, that looks complicated. Funky. Now these over here, 119. Wait, what? Pack and fold booster. So I would love a YF19 in larger than 72nd scale. They make them, don't they? Right? They do, don't they? I'm pretty sure they do. I gotta look it up really quick while I'm here. Oh, from wait. Oh, okay. Not familiar with that one specifically. Is that the wait? Unless you're talking about the YF19 in 40 gauge scale, because I saw that there was one that was coming out. Oh, it's for sale on stupid Amazon. Stupid Amazon. Got a fussy face. It can't be fully I don't want no fully transformable. Get the heck out of here. Garbage. Oof, God dang that. Oh no, see, that's the 72nd scale one. Show me the money. Hobbylink Japan. That's the place to be. Ladies and germs. Alright guys, let's take a look at this real quick. YF19 is plus. Yeah, it's more cost plus. Yeah, 148. Yeah, I just saw that recently. I don't know why I didn't find it before. I think the only one, for whatever reason, I just had didn't refine my searches enough, maybe. Because yeah, it's right here. A little bit grainy. I don't think that's isn't fully rendered, but that's pretty tight. That's the 48 scale. Oh, like, that's pretty sweet for a guy like me. In 48 scale, I bet that's actually pretty decently sized. I think I have that one. Listen, all right. I've got an awesome Gerwalk Valkyrie and another one with I think the full kit. I think can't remember. I think it's the one with the oh, my dislocated knuckles are really pissing me off right now. It's probably called arthritis. I am getting old. Let's see. Yeah, the Gerwalk and then I think it's the standard one, but I think it has the boosters from Do You Remember Love? I think. I cannot remember. A little detail sprayed. Nice. Fun stuff. That's cool. See, that's another thing. That's the thing. You can always go ahead and be like, maybe I'll buy a new model. No, I do have that one coming from I actually got it from Amazon because Adam didn't restock yet, which is what it is. And for this next thing, it's gonna be tight. I just want to pay $80 in shipping for a $35 kit. Heard. It's a new kit or re-release. The box is 2023, says Chris. Which is cool. I got some new shit in the mail. Barely, just normal ass shit. I got some BS in the mail. A little Bob Smith Industries. Gotta re-up that super glue. It's getting to be the season. Getting right up on model making season. You got another Mia extra thing. Fully full. Super important for all of thy model making endeavors. But yeah, so I've been feeling like building an aircraft. Those Valkyries have been tickling the neurons. I have a couple of biplanes chilling up here in the stash that have been sitting in the periphery and kind of like calling my name a little bit. Right, come build me, bud. It'll be fucking kick ass. We have rigging, it sucks. But I have a 48 scale Stearman. Looks like it's a level 3 from Revell, which is cool. Like a medium of the road, kind of like a fun. If you're not familiar with it, it's like your standard biplane. It's the trainer style, so it's got the yellow wings and the blue body. It's real like stark, really cool. I also have a Fokker triplane from Meng that I won last year. Yeah, picked up in a raffle. That's the way I say it, not win. I picked it up in a raffle at MFCA last year. I've been kind of wanting to like maybe play around with that a little bit, but I really have been feeling those angular forms. I saw some photos in my, hey, guess what? You did this like X amount of years ago, internet algorithm thing. And it came with the Mirage and remembered how fun that was to paint and to just like play with the panels and the modulation and all the color layering and opacity work. I did on that. It was like a lot of fun. So kind of like itching to have some of that jive again. Oh, geez, what do we got here? Loose Empty says that he had to throw out his last bottle of CA glue because it got thick and stringy. Dude, I did the same thing. They weren't even thick and stringy. It was like nothing. It was the most ridiculous mass of unfortunate things. I just like started hucking. And that's the problem with having a lot of supplies, is that some of them do have a half-life. You know, my paint, I'm lucky. Like I've been able to keep my paint to last and work my paint for a long time. Like I've got I think I got rid of most of the old stuff, but I've got paint up here that's like, you know, a good 5-6 years old that I'm still, you know, using. And it's pretty It's for legit. It's all that stuff is acrylic. Most of the lacquer stuff that I get, I just tend to burn through, just because it just gets used, and that's just that, which is legit. And I don't have a problem with that. I have some lacquer paints that I want to use, and I can't. Just like, oh, that's the problem with like all of this like creative energy and all these cool kits that are available. Is like, you want to do stuff, you're like, I get this idea, I get these parts and get these supplies, and like, let's do it. And then just like, I worked a grueling, 40-hour week on like just under 3 hours or just under 4 hours of sleep every night. And it's just like, you just can't bring yourself to really commit to anything like grandiose. And that's kind of like, it's one of the things that I feel like is going wrong with the country. We shouldn't have to work so hard to just get to that point, So I hope that you guys out there don't have it as bad as I'm currently feeling it, because I miss my bench time. I miss it. Okay, means to an end, right? We'll get there. Michael Dawson, what up? Haven't seen you in a hot minute. How's the kid? Good to see you. How's the house, man? Like, that was also just prior to the kid. Like, wild, super wild. Wait. 2023 11/30 from. Oh, okay. If that's the Quidlan Rao, for the Hobby Link Japan, HLJ, yeah, Hobby Link Japan. Listing. That's cool. I always get emails from them, and I haven't utilized them at all, really. Like, I got, Zach at Galactic, and then Adam down at USA Gundam Store handle a lot of like the stuff that I need. I just don't need a lot of things right now. And then obviously, yeah, AAA hobbies, with my hobby club down there in outside Philly. I can't wait for those meetings to start up again. I need to like really get my shit together so that I have something that I can show. I have the DeLorean that needs to get finished. It's just hanging out. It's chilling. I could have been like and been done with that, but I want to make it really nice. So on the way, I got all these cool parts over here. I picked up this like kit last year from the hobby club to use just as a parts kit, and it's full of all this amazing shit that I know that I can incorporate, and I'm just like, don't have the energy to get there. That is the most frustrating part. I don't know. That's just kind of the name of the game, though, right? I think so. So for me, coming up this year, we're talking a little bit about contests and upcoming events. Did I mention MFCA? I should have mentioned MFCA because that's coming up. That's part of my club. The club is the Miniature Figure Collectors of America. And they meet down there in South Jersey. And there's a show coming up for them. Should be in May, I think. MosquitoCon, IPMS Regional New Jersey show. I'm going to be going to that. I don't know what you guys got out there in the vastness of the world for model shows coming up, but it's early, it's January, but it is the beginning of a new year, and there's going to be a bunch of cool things coming up. So I hope that you're going to have the opportunity to go and throw some of your models on a table. I say throw that, like, don't throw, just like, put your work out there to show and to talk about. I know that a lot of the stuff that I've made is not like medal winning or whatever, and that's not the point of taking my stuff there to show or whatever. Like, yeah, I'll judge smudge, whatever, don't give a shit. What I want to do is go and put down some cool models and then give me an opportunity to talk to other people about their cool models, because that is like really where it's at. I remember last year just talking to the few people that I got a chance to talk to about car models and stuff, like specifically, like at the beginning of the show, there was a lot of good energy. It was a very good time. So try and broaden thy horizons. Hi, Colleen. She waved. I swear she's here. She's real. I swear it. Hey, look, it's Brian, said the Julio. You motherfucker, I posted the link in the other chat like 2 hours ago. Succotash. Hi, Chris Babs. Chris Babs says, when it comes to judging, always give a shit. Well, obviously. Oh my, here we go. Babs says, I keep getting sent stuff I don't have time for. Yes, Chris, that's the problem with being super talented and also having to be highly responsible. I don't envy you. Michael Dawson says he's been working a lot and no time or energy to work on anything. I assume he means hobby related, and that's okay, man, because you're taking care of like the important things. You're like the rush. Chris can relate. The early part is definitely a huge paradigm shift, and a lot of different things have to happen. A lot of micro adjustments have to be made, and I can only imagine what's going on. You're doing the Lord's work, as it were. You're fighting the good fight. So carry on, my wayward son. Julio says, I'm doing damage control. I don't know what the fuck that means. Oh, Candace is home. Candace? We like Candace. Let's see. Who says super glue? What are we talking about? I use super glue. Brian just bought some Julio. Oh. To hold Candace together. Aha. I am tired. What up, Manny? Manny says, working on 2 Pinewood Derby cars. Ooh, Pinewood. Man. So I only worked on 1 Pinewood car. And I didn't do it for a derby. I just did it because I bought one and was like, fuck it, I'm gonna fuck with this thing. And I didn't know anything about any of the specs, and I had fun with it. And I can only imagine the cool things that I could do with one of those things. But that's great. I'm sure that Manny's working with his kids on that, and that's fucking sick. Julio says there's not enough glue in this world to hold her together. Oh, Candace. Poor little Candace. So next year I'll give you one of the cars. Sure. Give me a car, give me the specs. I got scales, stuff like that. Tell me what can and cannot be done. And if anything, I can sort out a concept and send it all back to you that you can execute. Is that against the rules? I don't know. See, and isn't that well stated, Chris? I like that. Very clever. Super clever. Epoxy colic isn't a thing. Ace. Bondo is no good either. It's not gonna stick. You don't want that. I mean, like, you'd be better off with like pine tar and cotton bandages. I mean, literally though, like if you're trying to stick skin, you know, everybody knows pine tar sticks to skin like holy. Bondo is too hot. Don't melt the poor lass. Bondo's hot? I guess it depends on the Bondo, right? Just kind of like any catalyzed putty or adhesive. Gotta watch it. Jeff Longman. I was just thinking about you earlier this week, Jeff. Wondering how the heck you were doing. Up in the Canadias. It's been Arctic blast. Julio's like, oh, Candace. Here we go. Julius MC says, Manny, I remember building one when I was a kid. My mom was going to help me, but got impatient. But I got impatient. Hid in the garage, building it, and screwed it all up. But his mom rescued him and saved the build. That's actually fantastic. It's a fantastic story. Temp's not bad here. He's seen worse. Well, You got a couple of moons under your belt, Jeff, I imagine. I too have seen much worse than what we're seeing here in New Jersey. It's just like weird for here. Like I grew up in the land of the ice and snow. I come from Viking descendants, so that's just how it goes. Send her back to the Roman Empire? Wow. Bold. But okay. I'm gonna play some metal. Yeah, I was just thinking about that the other day, like running in sport, like school or organized sporting and stuff like that. So like I would have off-season scheduling, and I would run on a regimen, and I'd be out running, and the wind chill would be in the minus 10s and 20s, and I'd just be out running in like sweatpants, and like you put socks on your hands instead of gloves, just because like the gloves they get sweaty, and the socks breathe a little bit, so your hands don't sweat so bad. And yeah, wild stuff. Those are the days, baby. Like being the little kid with the moon boots and the fucking grocery bags inside. Like you do a sock and you grocery bag, and then you wool sock, and you grocery bag again, and then you moon boot on top of that, and you're good for hours. You go play in that wet snow. 50, 60 inches of wet snow. Those are the days. Let's see. Jeff says, where our friend Alex wants to move. Oof, the prairies is much colder than here, edging towards where F and C meet a few days ago. That's like around, that's around, is it 60? 65 is where minus F and minus C meet? Can't remember exactly. Whoa, wait. Roman Empire. They don't have super glue back there. Julio says, I want to make her some pecan sandies. I don't know what that means. He looks like Amelia Earhart. What is he talking about? Julio's over there. He's like freeform scatting poetry into the chat. I don't understand it. Chris Collins says, it was 18 yesterday. Today was 70. Kids today say, when I grow up, no you ain't. Dark and hilarious at the same time. Jeff says, minus 39. There you go. Minus 39 is where the worlds collide. Oh, you're ready to go. Yeah, a little Static X for the ace. She flew over my house. Amelia Earhart or Candace? Just saying. 12 degrees here now. Nothing. Yeah, it's actually chill. It got warm today. It was like warm enough to get rid of the ice that had caked up on my rearview mirrors on the side of my car, that enabled me to see for the first time in several days, which is legit. If you know how to drive a car for real, you don't need to use mirrors. You just have to use your head and you look around. Grew up in the middle of nowhere with the fucking mad snow, and you learn these things. Say, Chooch, good dude? Yeah. Julio's just having a good time. I was gonna say, Julio, why don't you bring Candace on here? We'll have a little lifeline session. We'll get the two of you on here, and we'll crowdsource a conversation to help Candace weather the storm. Probably pull the original Mega Contest banner off the screen. You know what, guys? USA Gundam Store used to offer discount codes. I used to have one. Julio used to have one. Whole team used to have one. But now they do a rewards point thing, which apparently is pretty good. I barely buy anything. And if I do, I don't even worry about that stuff. That's tight. And as a matter of fact, not a fucking business show. But I do want to say that if you guys, boom, right here, build more models. You need models. You buy my USA Gundam Store and sign up for that rewards. Save some buckaroos. just trying to remember all of the different like tickers and chirons that I've had over the last years. I have so many. That's why I'm like scrolling, weeding through them. This Julio says there aren't hooks big enough to get her on the stream. Ah, yes. Be one of those. Yeah, buy mecha decals. Actually, I just sorted out the particulars for the original mecha contest winners of the Child of Mecha decal sets from USA Gundam Store, and they're going to be shipped out very, very soon to those prospective winners, or not prospective, but people that have already won. And I'm very excited for them because I know how damn good those decals are. If you don't know how good they are, you should check them out. They are fantastic. And they aren't, what do you want to say? They're ambiguous. They're the ambiguously gay duo of mecha decals. They can be put on, that's for you, Tim. They can be put on anything. Just because of their cohesion, they make sense. They are incredibly well printed, super clear, 1/44 scale, lettering, writing, all incredibly legible. It's not just like a gobbledygook of like, it's like the real deal Holyfield. Tim did a great job, and they're printed by not Delpy, it's Carteret, I think. I have them right here. What the fuck am I talking about? Why don't I just look them up? Silly fool. Here we go. This is the problem. See, this is the thing. There isn't really a problem with having too many decals, but at the same time, when you have so many that you have to like get in the drawer, dig through the things. Like I'm a novice. I'm no David Knights. I don't have the here we go. I don't have the whole. They are printed by it says on the decal sheet. It doesn't say. Here we go. All right. Give me a second. Gotta get my old man glasses on because I can't see. It's too small for my old eyes. It's like an orange on a toothpick. Need magnification. No. Child of Mecha. Upside down. Why am I trying to read things upside down, guys and girls? When did you make these, Tim? How old are you? Just kidding. Tim's like a blade of grass older than I am. Motherfucker. Doesn't say. She got us again, guys. Oh, gumshoes. Here you go, cartograph. There you go. Cartograph. This guy, Julius Dembski, the Sarge, got it locked down. They're really good though. For real. No, on God, no cap. They're fucking delicious decals. If you guys haven't checked them out, you do. Just go check them out. And he's got a bunch of different series of more than just like your genericized markings and stuff like that. There's some specific things and some cool graphics, a lot of different stuff. They put a lot of thought into it. They all work together, and it's good stuff. Can't go wrong. And Adam is great with getting orders out to people. Yeah, no complaints about that guy. Hope to have him on the podcast soon. Very soon. Very nice. Yes, Jules, what did you think? So I married an axe murderer was a great movie. Yes, thank you. Yeah, dude. Yeah, it is a great movie. It's like it's got its own weather systems. Um, love it. Oh, Jay Santos chiming in from slightly north to me. How you doing, Jay Santos? You use my paint, dude. Paints too. That's the thing, like it's easy to buy kick-ass new paints. You know, and I did. Like I got the sky blue from the Gunzi, the Mr. Color, and like that color came out so beautiful. Like and like the shine. Oh, so nice. I mean, obviously this is the back of the cab. It's never gonna be seen. You get sandwiched between the like the bed and like you only see just the little rim of it, you know, barely anything, but like it's gorgeous. Can't go wrong. I will say, as a for example, So I Married an Axe Murderer is one of those films that's kind of an offshoot sort of the SNL franchise that actually did really well. Like there's like what was it Tommy Boy and Black Sheep did pretty good. Chris Farley and David Spade. Obviously Chris Farley was a genius, and obviously you know David Spade is a fantastic comedian, and they worked really well together. We all know like the Happy Madison early ones, like Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, those early films that were pretty decent. With the Ladies Man was great. Tim Meadows, right? Yeah, that's really good too, just for just raw comedy and hilarity. Oh man, yeah, so obviously, So I Married an Axe Murderer, but then like some of the later ones weren't so good, like what Love Guru or whatever, which is kind of like a Mike Myers kind of like a one shotty sort of thing that weren't so good. Superstar, was Superstar good? I never saw it, so I don't know. Like Night at the Roxbury was okay, but it's just like they kind of got like the joke was kind of just the dance and the guys in the car and then at the club, but it was just like, can you make a whole movie out of that? I don't know. I don't know about that personally. I don't know. Tough to have these rounding conversations when I'm the only host. What up, Doku? Doku says that Superstar was an awkward and terrible, like its sketches. Okay, so maybe that is kind of the theme, is that they are meant to be just long form, you know, Lorne Michaels sketches, or Lorne Michaels sponsored sketches. I will say some of the stuff that like the actors that were on Saturday Night Live that have moved on to do different things, like Bill Hader has gone to do some really cool shit. Seth Meyers, who now hosts Late Show, he's doing really good too. I enjoy his delivery and like his content that he and his crew put together. What? What, Alicia? Doku says that she like French kisses a tree for one of the bits in the movie, and so yeah. Is that Molly Shannon? Right, that was one of her characters. Didn't she also do Pat as one of her characters? We'll call those period pieces because they didn't age incredibly well. Yes, Bill Hader gave us Barry. Dude, that ass. Good stuff. No, Pat is someone else. Oh, was it? Pat was the senator? Oh. I don't know. See, that's the thing. That's how... Oh, true. Now that I'm remembering that. Like, who was that? Yeah, that's the thing. It wasn't Molly Shannon. So you're absolutely right. Now that I think about it, like honestly or earnestly, yeah. I don't know who it was. Interesting though. It's just one of those things. It's just one of those moments in like television history or movie history. The season of Fargo was amazing. I've heard that. I haven't checked it out. I also heard that the new True Detective is very good. Might be kind of cool. What? Who? The look, listen. My man Smolza shows up. Gotta put his comment up. Haven't seen this man in more than a hot second. Long Island represent. Gotta try and get up to the Long Island show this next year. It's all the way in November. But that means that there's plenty of time to plan for it. Definitely. I know that I missed out this last year. I wanted to go and everything just kind of like went to absolute shit at the last moment, and it was just impossible for me to get out there. But it can be done. That's the thing. It's just about logistics, planning, foresight, getting your shit together. And a lot of times, I don't have my shit together. We'll call it problems with the space-time continuum. What do I have here? Oh, what? Oh, this is no-go. All right, get rid of this. Hey, okay. I don't need the 2023 sponsors for Original Mecha Contest. By the way, I'll plug that again. Original Mecha Contest coming up here in it is now 12 days and 2 hours by my time. And if I could just find it, which I can't because I suck as a host. Here we go. Boom. Original Mecha Contest coming up. Make a cool thing that isn't like a Gundam or a Zoid or a 5-star story or a Macross or oh shit, 5 comments. I'm a slacker. I'm alive. Mikkel says he's alive. Happy New Year. Replicon is March as well. Oh, Replicon's in March. There you go. Portento. The Force Mech Elite says, sup? Sup? You can hit up the bar afterward and good food. Well, that's of course. The issue for me was just the travel to get out there, I think, and the short span. Because I wasn't ready for it. And my money was all fucked up and it was just weird. Jay Santos says the first episode of True Detective shows a ton of promise. Oh yes, the first scene was basically an homage to The Thing. It's very cool. I respect that. Do love me some Lovecraftian business. I have just here on the floor this book of Lovecraftian horrors. Just kind of hanging out, saying thing happens. Says, what's your cleaning routine? What do you mean by cleaning routine? Because there's lots of things that could be cleaned. And there are many routines that can be routined. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna go make a drink. Bow. Oh, Manny says this. Not Manny. Mikkel says that it's March 23rd. Gotta check. It's legit. No stress. I'm here every Thursday. Whether it's just me rambling with y'all talking about God knows what, or whatever. Bring through work decks. I don't know what that means. It can mean a lot of things. Oh, desk. Oh, legit. That's actually not a bad. Sorry for yeah. Obviously, I'm not trying to. I'm just having a laugh. I'm not trying to make fun of you or anything like that. The work desk cleaning routine. That's a good one. All right. So for real, I am gonna go. I'm gonna go make a drink real quick. I'm gonna put myself on mute. Just hang out for a half second, and I will be right back, and we'll talk about that because there is actually a lot that goes into that. So and I like to talk about it. So we'll be right back. I have returned, and I came with supplies. So I have made myself a tasty beverage, and then I brought myself. So I've been drinking a lot of Stark and Stormies lately, which requires your Goslings. I got the black rum here, and normally it's ginger beer, but I found these Krabbies. They're if I can get it to focus. This is why it's not a kid's show. This is an alcoholic ginger beer. There you go. It's only 4%, but they make for a nice nightcap. If you make it dark and stormy out of an alcoholic ginger beer and a little bit of ginger, or a little bit of rum. I had to dig a chunk of wood out of there today, and then I also dug. What finger is it? It's probably already sealed up because I'm fucking Wolverine. Which finger was it? Dang it! Can't even tell anymore. And I had to dig out a whole chunk of steel out of one of my freaking fingers. After I got home, like same magnifiers, like and trying to dig them shits out. That's what you get. You get the big hands, you get to work hard, you get the smart intelligence for building shit. Fuck your hands up. Alright, what do we got here? Doku. Hi, Doku. She just makes the little cute emojis. She's such a good person. Can't wait to hang out with you and Derek again. You guys are great. I miss you guys. Jay Santos too. You got to start hanging out with us, man. You're like interim. You're in the middle. Let's see. Rum never had it. That's fine. You don't need to worry about it. Krabbies with the tequila. I can dig it. I love me some seafood, and I do like tequila. He says, no. It's just like, yeah. I'm not there yet. Movement. They're sealed. They may not even get racked open, so we're good, Nace. You a construction guy? Yeah. The bro builder isn't just a clever name. I've been building everything since I was very small. I got into carpentry when I was like a little kid, like young, very young. I got my first set of tools when I was 6, something like that. Saw and hammer and all that stuff. And I was into it. I was designing stuff, and it's always just kind of been that way. It's a compulsory builder and creative and problem solver, which made me good for some things, but bad for a lot of organized school, which is just kind of the nature of the beast. Crabs? Yeah, like crustaceans, seafood. Oh, respect. Jay Santos says, I know, man. If nobody gives me a signal, I don't leave my house. Right, all right. We got to make better connections. 2024, year of better connections, for sure. Oh, what up, Ricardo? Forgot that what day it was, and I only noticed that Joe was streaming on Twitch. The deal is, so because of the crazy work schedule, I don't always have the like energy to like get up and queue up the computer and do this stuff, because like I'm up at 5 in the morning. I'm out of the house by 6, if not before 6. And then I don't get home until about 6 o'clock at night. And then because of that, I get to be pretty drained. I used to set up my streams Wednesday morning when I would get up and I didn't have to be to work until about 10 in the morning. So I had a little more time. I don't have that time anymore. And so it's harder for me to have that kind of like regimen right now. I hope that that's like one of those like curve, where I'm going to get used to it. And the physique, my physiology is starting to change. My physique is starting to change a little bit in relation to the extra labor and the extra stuff that I'm doing. So I assume that like the circadian rhythms and the extra stuff that goes on behind all that is also going to queue up and slowly getting there. I'm old. It doesn't go as fast as it used to. Or I'm getting older. So it's what it is. Here we go. Julie says, in high school auto shop, I got a metal splinter in my eye, dude. No lie. No, you can't wash it out. So you had to go to the doctor and they pick it out, right? And they give you like a little like a topical spray, and they gotta like Clockwork Orange your shit open and you watch them dig it out. Madness, right? That's why I always wear these safety glasses. Not really safety glasses, but literally when I was a metal worker, that was what I would do. I would just rock my normal glasses. But I've had so many like metal pieces in the eyes, all over the hands, all up in the shit. Like I'm covered in scars from digging in the metal rack and stuff. You reach in, you do something dumb, and you get like a really weird cut inside and it's just, how did I? And it, yeah, it just is what it is. All that crack smoke, says Julio. Oh, dude, no, you're good, Jay. No sweat. Yeah, so workbench cleaning. That is often kind of a tough subject because active projects for me tend to roll. So I've been working on the DeLorean for getting on to be a long time. If I don't finish it within the next few months, it's going to be a year since I started it. That's not necessarily good for an automotive model because they're not known to be remarkably difficult. But like I said, I have a lot of stuff rolling around, so I will just steal the camera, take it on a little tour. So got my TV remote because my TV, my screen right there, right above it, and this is the workbench. So you see, I've got the cerulean build right here with this like little baby below it. Here you go, Doku. I got the Zaku head is looking good. I got the chassis and everything for the step side. Here we go. Let's try and get these together. Is all ready to go. Everything's all done up, beautifully painted and finished. I got the kit bashes here. Drink out of the way. I got the coffee cup warmer, which is a standard. You got to have the coffee cup warmer for warming your coffee as well as warming your decal solutions. There's my whirly-do of primers and solvents and clear coats. It spins over here. We have the homemade cast skull brush holder, and then all of the various drawers, the layers of paint, tools. There's a drink again. Bunch of tools over here. Stuff. This is just tertiary, right? So below, this is just like kind of the active. Here's your all the sanding, all of the different like lots and lots of different kind of sanding stuff. Down here we got vices. This here is all. Yeah. This right here. That's all different scribe chisel scribes, and then this is regular chisels, like woodworking chisels, and then other hook scribes, and then different kind of like scribes that I have. And then this one up here, this is ceramic scrapers. There's another Tamiya scrubber goes in the back. And then over here we have this looks like some 22 casings, and looks like a SKS too. And then just some various. Oh, here we go. Hey, I found it, Jeff. That is the pin that is the fix to the faulted Sinanju, the ABS fail in the Sinanju. So I did find it. I can replicate that now if I just get my hands on a lathe. We got up here more chisels, jewelry stuff. This is like various tools, pigments, paints, lots of paints. There's a sander in here. There's a lot of stuff like that. So when it comes to cleaning regimen, I just try to keep things sort of relevant. I need to put a lot of stuff in the display case, and I haven't done that yet. Like the F1, the 69 F1 for Mexico. I really need to just kind of like wrap that up. I have to do a little bit of polishing on it. I pulled the mirrors off of it. I pulled a couple other elements off of it because I want to make sure that they're done right. And they were kind of like, they were just put on before, but I really want to make sure that they're done properly. So I'm going to have to do some drilling, some counter drilling, some setting some pins. And then I want to like, give it a really nice high sheen, then put the decals on it, and then just really just finish it out so that it looks really good before I put that in. And it's just one of those things where like, you just add it to the queue. I'm like a sim, and with a maniacal controller, and I have all of these things in the job queue that just keep getting shuffled for the new thing in the front. Oh yeah, very cool. I have another Master Grade Sinandri kit waiting for sure. I actually think I may have access to a lathe now. There's a shop a couple of doors down from where I'm currently working that I know one of the guys there, and I've been giving him welding tips and helping him kind of like sort out some issues with like not only issues, but like he has like a how do I get here from there, and I'm like, did you try this, did you try that, maybe try this kind of like thing, it's really pretty straightforward. Bro, I got lathe. There it is. Let's see. That frame of the car is looking nice. Oh yeah, exactly. And then the body too, man. Or Miguel, you haven't seen it yet. So this is the body. I mean, obviously, I got it sexy fine, smooth as it fucking gets. Ooh, gorgeous. I'm getting pretty good at doing auto body. Yeah, that's gonna be tight. That'll be at MosquitoCon. That's coming up. That's another one. Early April. I'll be going to the IPMS MosquitoCon. I'll throw the Porsche in there. I'll throw the F1. I'll throw the truck. If I can get the DeLorean done, I got a couple months. Maybe I can get the DeLorean done. Get that in there. I'll be bringing the winged Zaku guy. And whatever else, just kind of like having fun with it. Like, yeah, MosquitoCon. As always, there's no rush. Well, sure. It's not even a rush. The issue isn't even that. Like, if I have the specs, all I have to do is pull out my calipers and make a drawing. And as soon as I have that, I can crank out 20, 30, 40, 50, whatever. It doesn't matter. Just having the bar stock and doing it. It's so repetitive. Once you get your tolerances down and you know what you're doing, it's really very easy. If you're used to making shit, which I am. So, could be. And I'm not trying to undermine these guys that are trying to grift pieces of fucking shouldered brass. Come on. Give me a break. I've been at this for too long. See, the mini vacuum handy cleaner from the Wave is really good. Yeah, I have this little guy. I got this little angry bastard. It works pretty decent. But I also trust everything that Dave B says. The guy doesn't lie. He doesn't talk shit. He knows for real. The man. Here we go. No time for leisure. Huh. Just being funny. That's Julio's job. That's actually not his job. It's just kind of like a byproduct of his existing. He's funny. Nubsucker. It is. Little nibbler. Nub nibbler. He's an angry little nub nibbler. Oh, you're an angry little nub nibbler. Call me a nub nibbler one more time, motherfucker. Hilarious. I think that this year I'm gonna do more. I'm gonna try to do more sculptural painting. So that's what I'm going to call it. Some people would call it figure painting, but I'm going to consider them more like small sculptures that need to be painted instead of thinking of them as like figures per se. So that's where I'm going. That's bro builder pillow talk. That ain't a thing, but appreciate you. Yeah, so I have these cool, like, I think Julio printed me these. He got these files from this old guy, Bill Phipps, used to hang out with the crew. So this is me from Forge World. Back when I had the Mohawk. Will it focus? Probably not, because it's just too bright. You can see, you got the hammer, the anvil, you got the pencil, the drawing, got the books. I always got the books. I love how it's just focusing on my face. Stop focusing on my face. I won't see my face. Oh my god. But yeah, so I got these in this is obviously biggest size. I don't know what the hell scale it would be. Then I have this one, which is actually pretty rad too. The same, obviously the same figure. Just like me. Maybe I'll paint those ones up. I got some other cool ones too. I picked up some cool shit at Comic-Con. I gave some cool shit to Julio as well. He's got him out there as well. Julio says need some paint. Yeah, man. Julio. It's gonna be cool. I'm pretty excited, right? I'm not worried or stressed about anything in relation to my hobby this year. And that's a good thing. I felt more stressed last year when it came to just like hobbiness or whatever. I feel like a little bit of that. And then like there were some things that were really hype, like going to the MFCA show last year was like a huge stress relief for me. It was great. And then like right after that, like making good friends with Derek and Alicia, Doku, and that was like super cool as well. Just having more friends is like you can't have enough like really honest, really fucking cool, good friends, guys. Like don't be afraid to try and make friends. And it's okay if you can't make friends with people too. Like if you try to make friends with someone and they like turn out to be not your jive, then that's okay. Like be okay with it. But it's really cool when you do get a chance to do that. Like I remember I was just thinking earlier today, I was just thinking about when Manny introduced me to Julio at GBWC at Anime NYC in 2018. So like when Manny introduced me to Julio. And I knew Manny from doing the contest down at Ryuyong Hobby in Sunset Park down in Brooklyn. So we used to do like they used to do like a monthly Gundam thing, and I came in there swinging my big Gundams around and like being me, and met Manny that way, and he introduced me to Julio, and like how pivotal that very moment, or that show, because that was the show where I met Daft Robo and Tim Child of Mecha. I met Gunpla Geo. I met frickin' Brax. I met like little Andrew. I met him there. Chris was there. Roberto, Texas man, and who else was there? Jordan Nieder was there. Just like so many different builders, like so many crazy, and it's like weird how like these little, like, you know, astronomical events can happen where, like, you know, where the worlds collide, as it were. And then I think back also upon, you know, maturation the year later at the following GBWC where I took a big ass selfie of like me and Manny and Tim and Tex and Lil A and Chris and fucking what's his name? Shit, he's gonna hate it. Like lots of people. Miguel was in there. Lots of people were all in there. We're all hanging out. Lake Minnetonka, the waters of Lake Minnetonka, and all that shit. Like that was a fire time. Like I hope that we have more of those like fun hangout group things that go on. Like, you know, this coming season. I feel good. I hope that things go as good as I'm feeling about the situation. Julio says he primed that Spider Queen that I gave him. Sick. Is that what you were working on the other night? We were recording the podcast. Oh hell yeah. Oh Derek, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Chaotic new type, that's Derek. You guys are awesome. It was a rad going to your wedding as well. And I thinking back on it, like I should have walked out with like at least a pocket full of prosciutto. But I didn't. I got that acrylic tier. I kind of like pulled it apart and reassembled it. I'm gonna put it in my display case and put cars on it so that I can put multi-tiered cars. It's perfect for it. What thy whistle. But yeah, so gonna man, that's the problem with ambition, right? And the like almost limitless well of creative energy that I feel sometimes is that like not necessarily just the desire to start a new project, but like it's almost like I just started. I just will start a new project and then things will get going. Like another project that I have started slated for the year, which is right here, is this one, right? So this is going to be coming down. I bought like $60 in research materials for it, and like have been brainstorming and thinking about it, and it's always back there because like everything there's always like I was talking about that sim thing before, there's a queue of projects that runs in my head, and so they always will pop back up depending on how urgent they feel like they're needed to be seen. So like power loader, obviously the step side's still in there, the old F1 that did still in there, our fucking Frankenstein's in there, the DeLorean's in there, the core build off is in there, the Donatello Domtropin is in there, the Sentinel's in there, and all of these things will randomly queue up and be like, and just be like, they just turn on the switch and it's just like running 135% in my brain for however long it wishes to consume my thought process. So it's tough to sort through it. Oh shit, I got a tank. I got a tank up there too that I gotta finish. No, it's not. That's over there. It's a Leopard 2A6 that I built in 2022, I think. The end of that? I think so. So many projects, so little time, my friends. So little time. It's true thing. Toku says it was pretty good. I feel you. I really enjoyed my time. That's one of the spices, right? The little like all the awesome spoons of amazing, delicious. Where the skewers, the meatballs. So many delicious meatballs. My god. And the company too. Like I was sitting at the kick-ass table. I'm not the rest of the people that visited that were there weren't cool or whatever, but I just was like, I was right there between Manny and Clint, and like Julio was across the way, and then like all the other kids from the senior crew were all up in there, and that was just really just it was a laughter time. We just had such good conversations and great drink, and it was a wonderful celebration of the union of Alicia and Derek, and like it was a beautiful fucking day for being in the middle of fucking December. They like chose a kick-ass spot. Like the whole setting was really amazing. I cannot fucking like tell you guys how kick-ass it was. Like when Colin and I got married in a park, got married in Manhattan in Tompkins Square Park, and like it was October 10th, 10 and yeah, we just had like an open air wedding, like non-denominational sort of dilly. Like neither of us is necessarily religious, but just like a ceremony, of us coming together. There was like wine drinking and chocolate eating like out in the public, and then the cops rolled through and like we went over to this amazing Italian restaurant and just fucking pigged out. And it was fucking, it was great. It was great because everyone was there together, and that was what really made it great. More than any one individual element, it was really just that like community get together and like the joining of all the families and friends and everyone to just have a wonderful celebration. That's like that's the jammy. Those are the things that you gotta take away from your events like that, is that like those that were able to make it or that could get there got there, and how important it was for that whole thing to happen. Like that's the shit, Yeah. And I feel like that was great. I wouldn't have changed. I wouldn't have or I won't know what the fuck I want to say. I would not have changed that shit at all. I wouldn't have like done anything different. Like even with my little baby stressful run up, dude, I was so stressed. Got out a little bit late. I tried to do a couple of extra things that I shouldn't have done. And I made it just in time. I showed up like just in time to be like skirt and sit down. And it was like, here we go. Like, I lucked out, guys. Oh, I had the worst Charlie horse. Too much work, not enough drinking water. Gotta drink your water, boys and girls. Take your vitamins. When you get older, take your glucosamine, chondroitin plus MSM. Those of us in our 40s, you gotta do that for your joints. I'm hoping that it'll start to work on my arthritic nickels? Cute, Brian. Arthritis, my arthritic knuckles. They're getting bad. They are getting funky. Like, this one the swelling hasn't gone down in this one yet. And it's been like a couple months. worry about that a little bit. At least this hand doesn't feel as loose. This one feels a little loose. Like, this finger feels loose for whatever reason. Like, it's this weird, like, abscess off the side, kind of. Not really an abscess. It's just like, it's an angry patch. We'll call it an angry patch. What's water? Water, that's what you brush your teeth with. Well, you flush the toilet with. Flush your toilet with water. Water, what's water? Jeff says a geezer support supplement pack. Yeah, dude. For real. Yeah. But that's the only place that I really feel it bad. It's the knuckles. Get a little bit loosey. But that's just because, like, I've been using my hands and working, like, labor jobs since, for 30 years. Since I was, like, 14. So, yeah. Fish. Fucking in. Let's see. Ty says, I noticed that my hand grip is getting weaker. I started practicing Kali and Balisang to build strength again. Yeah, totally. My stepdad used to do something different where he would put rubber bands on his hands and go like this, and then take tennis balls and crush the tennis balls to help build the strength in his hands. I have crazy good hand strength. I'm not worried about that. It isn't the strength. It's that I'll go and I'll grab something and I'll crush it, and then this thing will do weird stuff. That's really what it is. It's old skateboarding injuries from like and like you whoop, and then your finger points this direction until you put it back in place. You just and you put it back in place. So that's what it all comes down to. I had a lot of fun when I was younger. What do y'all use on your hands for dry, cracking skin around the fingernails? Um, so when I was younger, my mother, who was also a crafter, she's a seamstress and a craft. She does all sorts of crazy, cool, crafty stuff like holiday crafts, ornaments, and knitting and sewing and all this cool shit. So she does. She used to use udder butter, which is a product that's for. It was originally for cows, so that the the teats on a cow, is what's called on the udder, the part of the cow where they pull the milk from. It's called teats. They're called. They would get chafed or whatever. They put the udder butter on there so that they could continue to use the milking machines, and they just eventually, marketed that similar thing for your hands. Shook the hand of a metal worker one time. An old dude had the grip of a bear. Yeah. No, I hear you. I'm not as bad as I used to be. Put it that way. But yeah, so now I just use like what do we have? A vino with like a oatmeal something or other in it. That's what I'll use for my hands. And then I use something for my face. You have to moisturize your face, guys and gals. If you're not moisturizing your face now, you're already on the downside. Always moisturize your face after you take a shower. Wash your face, that shit, and then moisturize it. And I use something with the Colleen is recommended for me to use, or these things in it. It's got like vitamin E, retinol, and collagen or some shit. I don't fucking know. But that will also help you as well to maintain that element. Don't forget to get your earlobes in your fucking neck. Otherwise you end up looking like a weird rooster or something. But yeah, no, that bear grip, that hammer hand, like I used to have, like I can kind of like emulate it, the hammer hand, right? From grabbing tools and hammers and stuff. But I've been working on it. I've been working on it to try and get rid of that. Yeah, I have a 10-inch span between my pinky and my finger on my hand, if you guys are curious about how big my fucking hands are. But yeah, so I've been working on it. Got to get that shit together. Now you tell me to moisturize. It's never too late, Jeff. It's never too late. Yes, definitely wash your ass. Julio would say that. Wash your ass. Get a little bit of salt and pepper. Put a little salt and pepper in your pockets. Get a little salt and pepper. We call that the claw. I'm using a mouse too much. Oh, sure. Yeah. The hammer hand is wholly different. I lost a bunch of my calluses. I'm really grateful for it. When the pandemic hit and I lost my job as a full-time metal worker, not as just a construction guy / consultant. Yeah, I remember when they molted, it was wild. It took a long time. It took like 7 months, I think it was, before my hands finally were like, all right, we can get rid of all this extra skin. And it was just like so bizarre how soft my hands became. I mean, they're still they're a little bit rough now, but they're, it was wild how thick. Like, and yeah, I still heal really quick. Like I took a fucking drill head, Phillips nib to my palm about 2 weeks ago, like just full on puncture wound, and it healed up in a little under 2 weeks. So the metabolism is still running fine, but like the fact that I used to have like a thicker palm where I could just glance, it would just glance off of that instead of like slamming into it and like digging into the meat. Those are the days. I'm supposed to take care of myself. I'm not responsible like I was in my 20s. No, and that's the thing. Like, most people fuck up when they're in their 20s and they're like, I can do whatever the fuck I want. Au contraire, bonjour. The better you are to yourself now, the better off you will be in the end. Chris Collins says that Diablo did that to him. He thought to himself, Diablo 2 gave him the claw for the clicking. I know what you're talking about. That and the chewing on my tongue habit while I was playing the game. Bad habits to have. Oh, World of Warcraft. There you go. Blizzard games are bad for people, apparently. So meat slabs for hands. Something like that. This is what I got. Oh, you hear him crack? So, used to be like Bruce Lee would be like, I remember when I first did that, I was like, yeah. And then now I'm like, oh, no. You don't want that, bro. You don't want it. Feed calluses are the wildest thing. This is Chris Collins. This is where we've come, folks. Oh, I love it. Stepped on a roofing nail when running, went right through the shoe and into the foot. But the callus bent the nail. Oh, yo, bone bruises and bruises like that can actually be really unfortunate. I'm really glad that you didn't end up with a puncture wound in the bottom of your foot. Nobody needs that shit ever. I have a bone bruise that I've been trying to recover from for several years. And I don't think it'll even show. You can't even show it. It is right in here, inside this part of my elbow. There, that's this area right here is just wickedly bruised. No matter what I do, I'll run into something. I'll catch it on the door frame. I'll catch it on the fridge. I'll catch it on the subway pole. Or whatever, it doesn't matter. And you don't even think about it. And it's one of those things where you're just like, oh, fuck. Like, go. Will you heal? But it's a bone bruise, so no, it won't. It's going to take forever. You can't hit it for a very long time for it to heal. And as soon as you hit it, it's like, oh, back to square one. It can be like 98% healed. And you'll just like, and it'll be like, oh, back to 0. Son of a gun. Oof. Chris Collins out here with the Luke Cage feet. Chris says, dude, I walked over glass, blacked up roads in 115-degree heat. Word. I stomped out campfires barefoot. Madness. Jeff says, I stepped on a rusty nail when I was 2. My first memory is that my first trip to an ER. Chris Collins says he has actual hobbit feet. All right. Cool. You can leave that for Foot Finder. They'll be all up in your business, making you some dollary dues. When I was in 5th grade, I had the role of Robin Hood in like the school play or the Robin Hood play or whatever. And on the night of dress rehearsal, I was like super duper stoked, and I was like, feeling myself, whatever. And I whipped open the freezer door to get something out of the freezer door, and a fucking thing of frozen orange juice fell from the top of the freezer drawer and landed on my toe, making like a crescent through my toenail on my big toe, breaking the skin underneath my toenail and causing it to swell with blood. But it wouldn't break because I didn't break the skin, so it was just pressure inside my foot for like the entire day. And eventually I went to the local clinic towards the end of the day, where they finally lanced that shit with like one of those like magic pens, where it's just like a filament and it's a high powered battery, and they click the back of it and it just gets fucking scalding hot, and they just go and burn through my toenail, and it squirts this blood out. I shook all the fucking nurses and doctors and stuff off of it. It was like, I guess the doctor doing the procedure and like 3 other nurses that were trying to hold me down, and I just was like, what the fuck? Because it was so wild. I shook everybody off, and then it was Robin Hood. Feather on that cap, sir. But yeah, when I lost that toenail eventually, or the remainder of it, oh wow, that was shocking to me. Let's see. Ty says, had the old ingrown nail removed. Ask me how many things this kicking has healed. Everything. Because you don't even think about it. But anytime you touch that, just like that, like the operation, like nose going off on the patient when you hit the like, ah. Hey, it's just part of the game. It's part of growing up as one of those active youths. You know what? The kids these days don't go through these sorts of things. And it's no lie. It's just the nature of the beast, right? All the generations. I never thought I would be one of those generations. Thankfully, I look pretty young. Except for that little feather in that cap. Yeah. Wow. I'm super tired. What time is it? It's almost 11 o'clock. All right. I'm gonna wrap this live stream up pretty quick. Candace, I'm glad to see you dropped in to the chat. I heard that you were feeling a little dismayed earlier. I'm glad to see you're around. Back in my day, we played outside, did all sorts of stupid things. Walked was it uphill to school both ways in the snow in her bare feet? Sort of business. I heard a celebrity try to make a joke with that the other day, and they said something about being barefoot in the kitchen, and I was like, "Oh, honey, you just missed it. I'm sorry. Like, it's not what you meant to say." We drank the hose water. Well, obviously, and it was some of the best tasting water sometimes, which is weird. The hose water would be like the best shit around on that hot ass day. So many ER visits for me before I was 18 when it was cheap. I did, but you just learn to walk it off. You just get hurt. You learn to walk it off. Whatever it is. We're talking about like the champagne. Yeah. Word. I remember, let's see. I was in 3rd grade, and we were at the bluffs, the cliffs at Backbone State Park in on the border of Iowa and Wisconsin. And we're out on an area called Devil's Backbone, and it's this like long and windy trail that kind of like reaches way down and comes way back, and it like runs on the peaks, and it like shows all this cool stuff. So we're on our way back, and there's this like really cool like geological sort of like condition or something like that, where it's a big fucking boulder has a hole. It's like bored through it with water, like dripping. Something happened or whatever, and like it ended up on its side, and you can like climb up inside of it and look out the other side. So I wanted to go and climb up inside of it. My sister is a little bit bigger than me. Like I said, I'm in 3rd grade. She's 3 years older than I am. And so she was like, nah, I'm getting up in there. So she goes up and gets up in there. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be fucking smart. I'll go around to the bottom, around the edge. I'll climb up the outside face or whatever. Not thinking that this is highly dangerous. But I'll climb up, and I'll surprise her from the other side. So she's up in there doing things, family photos or whatever the fuck's going on. I'm on my own mission. I go down, and I'm down like, I'm probably like 20 feet below her, where she is at the point where the opening is. So I, shimmy my way out, and I start free climbing out to the outside of this rock face, just bouldering in a way, to give it a title. What I didn't realize is that there was another, 30 or 40 feet below me, where I went out to start climbing up. So I start climbing up, and I get 3/4 of the way. I'm almost up to her. And I don't know if it was my stepdad or if it was one of his softball buddies that was there with us or whatever. but noticed that I was, climbing the outside and startled me. So was like, get down, whatever, blah blah blah. And I kind of like snapped out of my like little like mission trance or whatever, and was like, oh fuck, and like a whatever, and I fell. So I fell like 40, 50 feet, and I landed on like a tree that was like on the ground at the bottom that had been there for a long time, and I just smashed through it. It was like decaying and stuff. I smashed through that shit and screamed the whole way down. There was a whole hubbub. Family came down, ran down, and I was fine. Like, no broken nothing, no whatever, just some bruises. They took me to the hospital or whatever, like, later, not not then, but like because I was seemingly fine. But then like, yeah, like the next, later on, and weird. I had to sit at a gym for a while, but it was bizarre. Just some weird bruises, just bizarre. Funny. Bouncing. Wish you guys. Let's see. Well, Jeff says it's free in Canada. Yeah. Thanks, Canada. I did pay for an ambulance ride once, $45. I paid for an ambulance ride once. I think it was $450 to take me a block and a half to the hospital. And that's how I got an extra bottle. No, bro. No, not even. Actually, later that day, I was just because, Bumbles bounce or whatever. I was like trying to. I was obviously it was a little bit sore, but I was still just like riding adrenaline high. And we were at the springs where these like amazing Frank Lloyd Wrightian, like 20-foot, 25-foot across stone like ponds. So there's like this like whole flat, beautiful slate pond that's like perfectly round, where water fills up from a natural spring, and then it runs through a channel and it falls down into another perfectly round, spring that's all like, set in like this beautiful slate stone. It's all carved out or whatever. It's really gorgeous. And my cousin goes and jumps across the spring channel, because it's 36 inches or something like that. It's not super far, but like I already been fucked up, didn't realize how hurt I was or whatever, and I was like, I want to do it too. And so I go to do the jump, and I do this amazing jump and land directly in the center on like some sludgy moss, and it just like slipped out, and I land in the bottom pond, full on, just completely soaked head to toe, after I had already like fallen like a number of feet, and all this stuff. It was an eventful day for this guy right here. Who knows? Maybe I already died and you guys are my fever dream in the end of my life. Who knows? Long story boils down to faceplant. LOL. Yeah, I mean, sort of. It's just kind of the way it is, It's the folly of youth. You have to go and experiment and get dirty and make dams and streams and climb on trees and fall and have fun, experience life, live it. Because if you don't live it, then what the fuck are we here for? Guess America is best for paying for whatever. What do you do, man? I already said it's getting late and I'm tired. Here I am spinning yarns, telling stories. Days past. It's a good time though. I do have a lot of really good memories, and I do like to share them with you guys. It's always fun to hang out on Thursday night and just get a chance to chill with everyone and kind of like connect on the hobby front and connect on the personal front, and I think that's really that is a really super important thing, and I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad you guys are all here too. I am gonna sign off right now. Been about an hour and 10. We're just about at the 11 o'clock hour. Yeah, there it is. See, Jeff's going to climb the old Pillow Mountain. Here it is. Legend of Bagger fans. Fantastic. And good night, Chris. Good night, Julius Dembski. Good night, Candace. Good night, Ty Furious. Let's see. Who else did I miss? Who else did I miss? Chime in the chat. Let me say goodnight to you. A new-ish person. Where are you, my friend? Jay Santos, not you. Hey, Doku and Derek. Of course, you guys. And Dave B. And Miguel. And the Force Mech Elites. Of course, I wanted to say goodnight to you and thank you for chiming in and adding conversation to the group. Anyone else that sees us in the VODs down the road, feel free to join us Thursday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern. We're here. If you've made it this far, you're either highly bored or you're just down for the cause of having a good time and sharing conversations. Thank you again, everyone. It's been a pleasure, as always. And I will see you next week. Bye. This is